Hey there everyone, it's me Maria Young and I am a plant addict. Welcome to my channel, which is all about plants. In this video guys, I'm going to be talking about plant scams and also other very important, very critical information that you should know before you buy them. So here recently guys, I did do a video all about how crazy and how insane the plant prices have gotten. So I especially think it is very critical that you guys have this information and are well aware of some of the things that are going on so that you won't be scammed or frustrated with the type of plant that you get. And the very best advice that I can give you guys is to know all that you can about that plant. Make sure you go ahead and Google the information, make sure you watch your videos, and of course check that plant's history before actually going out to purchase it. And one of the biggest scams that I know of guys is a plant that is called the Philodendron pink Congo. This is a plant that is described of having these very vibrant, very solid, very beautiful and striking pink leaves. Now what will not be described and what won't be told to you is the fact that these beautiful striking leaves are actually chemically induced and artificially produced. So once that chemical runs through the system of the plant, that plant will actually begin to produce all solid green leaves. So you will never have any more pink leaves coming from that plant. So definitely make sure you know that sometimes it is a probability that that plant can be artificially produced to have these colored leaves. So with that in mind guys, and with the fact that they did it with a pink Congo, know that they can also do it with other plants and also with other colors as well. So when a new plant is introduced, I would advise that you just give it some time. You definitely don't want to go out there buying up all of these new plants when you don't really know anything about it. You want to wait it out and see what others have to say about it, and also see if anyone else has had any bad experiences with it, because you don't want to end up getting scammed or taking that unforgivable risk. And since we are talking about artificial colors here, let's talk about another plant that is artificially, chemically induced to produce beautiful colored flowers. And this in particular is the orchids that you will see in these big box office stores. And normally you will see them colored in blue or maybe even a purple color or even a multi-colored flower. And you usually see this in Phalaenopsis and also in Dendrobiums. And you can notice that by looking actually on the stem of the flower or the spike, and you will notice a hole somewhere punctured in there, and you will also notice that dye running through the stem. Now these flowers or these orchids don't commonly grow that way. Again, this is artificial coloring that is induced in the plant, which I do consider a scam, because some folks will actually buy the plant thinking that it will continue to bloom these very beautiful and vibrant colors, which they will not. They are color induced. And since we're on the topic of plants that don't always come to you as described, I think it's very important to note that there are also some plants that won't continue to grow as described as well. And some plants will actually come to you with beautiful variegations, but then over time will actually begin to lose some of that variegation or completely revert, giving you solid leaves. And one of those types of plants are the highly acclaimed pink princess, and this is actually one of them. And on here you're actually seeing a little bit of speckling on the leaves, just barely a little bit. And I think more people have had bad experiences than good experiences with the pink princess. And this is one of those plants that are very, very expensive right now. So it's important for you to note that these are plants that are known to lose their variegation in time. And that this is actually a plant that you have to work on and maintain, and actually have to cut it back from time to time to try to prevent it from fully reverting, so that you can actually try to get it to give you more variegated leaves. So this is a plant, again, that is well noted to do that. And this is a plant that is not so easy to care for in the regards of trying to continue with the variegations. So know that before you get this. Okay, guys? Here's another thing that I think is very important for you guys to know, because I recently noticed this on one of my trips to the big box office stores where they were selling a lot of plants that were labeled as the Monstera Spaperu. But upon a closer inspection, guys, I did notice a slight difference. I mean, it definitely was not the features that we know of to be the Spaperu. You didn't see the heavily imprinted, very creviced or deep veining in there. You didn't notice that rippling texture throughout the leaf. I mean, it was very, very vague, to the point that it didn't really even look like a Spaperu. If anything, it looked more like a Cebu blue without the blue tinting on the leaves. So I wanted you guys to keep in mind that sometimes I believe that through mass production, that I believe that it can lose some of its distinctive qualities. And for me, if it's a particular plant that I really enjoy, I want it to have all of the features that it's known for. So no, guys, just because it may be cheaper doesn't always mean that it's better. And I myself would prefer the plant that I want, that looks exactly like the plant and is as described. And this right here is a scam that I hear time and time again, so you definitely have to be careful about this one. And this is buying seeds online, guys, especially from foreign countries. I have heard many of you guys have had such nightmare stories about it. And this in particular, I know for a fact, is a scammo, okay? This is when you are trying to purchase orchid seeds, guys, orchid seeds. Me being an orchid lover, I know for a fact that you cannot hold one single orchid seed in your hand, because the way it works is the seeds are in a mass that looks like pollen or dust particles, and you could be holding hundreds and even millions of seeds in your hand and go and simply blow it away. That's how fine the seeds are. So if you are actually capable of holding that seed in your hand, I am sorry to tell you that that is not an orchid seed. That is a scam. And in fact, even if you did buy pollen-like seeds, know that orchids do not grow in a manner where just about anyone can grow them. They do not grow in soil. You cannot produce them at home. As a matter of fact, it takes very intensive and extensive properties to actually allow orchid seeds to grow. You need certain chemicals, it needs to be disinfected, it needs to be safe and sanitized extremely to be able to grow orchids from seeds. So your average everyday grower couldn't even grow them. So again, beware of that scam. And there's a lot of scams concerning seeds. So you definitely want to purchase from a reputable company when doing so. Definitely do your research on the company that you are going to purchase your seeds from. And the last plant scam that we have for you today is concerning a certain Hoya called the Hoya Carry Eye that has those wonderful and beautiful heart-shaped leaves. And usually you will find this scam going on during the Valentine holiday season because of those very well noted heart-shaped leaves. Now what they will normally do is sell these leaves separately and actually potted within soil. Just one leaf, that is it. Now if you know anything about Hoyas, you know that you can take a leaf and it will actually grow roots for you and it'll survive, it'll live just like that with that one heart-shaped leaf. But guess what, guys? That leaf will remain just a leaf and nothing more. It will never grow into a plant because it does not have a viable node on that leaf. And that is what is required for the plant to act, or the leaf to actually grow a new plant. So don't buy that leaf if you want to actually have a plant, because you'll find that you will be brokenhearted. And there you have it, folks. Those are the scams that I know of that are going on today. But of course, if I missed some and you guys know some more scams that we should be aware of, definitely post those comments below. And if you guys have experienced these scams as well, definitely let us know. The more that we know, the more that we can grow. I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode of My Tropical Plant Adventures. And I will see you guys later. And I also grow with you guys later as well on my next adventures. See you guys later. Bye bye. Peace.